50 receiving.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
The numbers for Sanders last week, north of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Well, here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. Back to throw. Briscoe. And his throw is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call when they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Over the middle, complete. That's Whitaker. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling...
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So on fourth down, on is the punter Ryan Wright.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown down right at the 9-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. He finds it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Then he'll take this back down inside the 20. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Pulling a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And his kick here is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding the 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Play action now. Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bradley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave it with a 2nd and 3.
So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, and when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And he whips that one incomplete there.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott, touchdown!
CeeDee Lamb.
His 17th touchdown now on the season.
And the Cowboys have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
I know these wide receivers are all flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Looking to throw. Briscoe. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again.
Micah Parsons
in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season.
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's taken to the 26. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
So here are the Cowboys to take over.
They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. A 1st down throw for Prescott.
Swinging this out for Pollard.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On play action, Prescott.
Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 28 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage. And his kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense.
It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Briscoe. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. The Eagles on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Briscoe. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taken on the 25. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving, when there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Pollard going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Dak's going to keep it. Pollard again. Yeah, this time he'll get down close to the goal line, but not quite in as he stopped at the 1-yard line.
They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year and 4th overall. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 17-3. And a drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Operating from the gun, Briscoe. Wide open receiver, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise, and start to put together some drives.
Flush to his right, and he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body.
And the Cowboys will take over here just shy of the 30.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott.
That is caught by Lamb.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. On 1st and 10, Prescott. As they'll stop him with a little over 30. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, will just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Well, the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. To throw on 2nd down, Briscoe.
And once again, this is Sanders.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So it'll be a loss of 10 on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
I really don't know where to go with this one. He caught the pass, but in the opposite direction towards his own end zone. That's not one you get every game.
Past the halfway point of the season, and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Fielded right around the 8. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, he came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Prescott on play action. Buying time to his left. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And again, it's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Bradley. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Prescott to throw it.
Outright, he finds Tolbert.
Touchdown, Cowboys! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards.
And it was finished off by a Jalen Tolbert touchdown grab.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late. That wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Here's Prescott. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Schultz.
Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now receiver in motion left. On 2nd and goal. Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon.
And the Cowboys have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Operating from the gun, Briscoe. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. And here's Ryan Wright now.
He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Prescott now. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A first down there on a pickup at 25.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. 28 yards.
And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Looking to throw on second down. Briscoe.
That's swung out wide to Sanders.
2 yards on the pickup there. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And this is going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
Dallas offense set for this next drive.
We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I will enjoy.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Eagles are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's complete to Sanders.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Briscoe got his man complete over the middle. It's Whitaker.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun. Briscoe. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Once again with Sanders. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So a sensational return there on special teams, a foot race that he was not going to lose. Now, meanwhile, while that was going on, we've got an injured player on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all, but in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch your team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
They go back to Pollard on second down.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, well, the league's best offenses, they've stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long. Let the rest of the league take notice.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Looking to throw on second down. Briscoe. And he'll just get rid of it.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. That's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Throwing here, Prescott.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. The extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
From the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early, but give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
And out across midfield down to the 45.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this.
Let's go.